Okay guys, a lot of you say you don't have time for sauerkraut, so I'm going to show you real quick how to do it, okay? You can take the head of cabbage, pull off the outer leaves if they're kind of messy like that, and just put them to the side, and you just want to cut it. You can slice it, chop it, dice it, whatever you want. I just take and cut down. My knives need sharpening. Hopefully that's tomorrow. Anyway, I cut down around the center of the core right here, and then you can even take off some of that. You can keep that to use as a weight if you need to, or you can discard it, put it in the compost, give it to your chickens, what have you. So I like to chop mine, kind of make it dicey. So I cut it in strips and then go back and cut it again. So I do my kraut in over a day's period. In the morning, as you can see, I'm still in my nightgown. I just threw a robe on, came in here to get the cabbage going. And put it in my bucket. Because I start this in the morning and I sprinkle it with salt. And I just let the salt do all the work, because the salt's going to pull all the water out of the cabbage. So when I come back this afternoon, I won't have to pound it as much as if I were going to pound it in the next 30 minutes to an hour, because the salt is going to do all the hard work for me. Now, I've got 3 heads of cabbage up here because I am going to make some Christmas kraut with cranberries and dill. And so I'm going to make 2 separate krauts this morning. Okay guys, that was 1 head of cabbage. So if I were going to stop here, I would then take my sea salt. And for sauerkraut, it's 3 tablespoons of salt per 5 pounds of cabbage. You can get away with 1 heaping tablespoon per head of cabbage, and that was a good, decent sized cabbage that I had. So I'm just going to put 1 heaping tablespoon of salt over this. Add my dill. Dill got put right there. I'm just going to sprinkle some in here. Maybe a couple of pinchfuls. You don't have to go crazy. And then I'm going to add some cranberries. I'm so glad it's Thanksgiving time and the cranberries are here. We'll give these a quick rinse. Okay, and then I'm just going to put my whole bag of cranberries in there. And stir this up. And I'll show y'all what that looks like. It's just cabbage, dill, salt, and cranberries. I'm going to take a towel and I'm going to cover this. I'm going to let it sit all day, and I'll check back with y'all tonight. Okay, so it's been a little bit. I just got in from the grocery store. I'm going to show y'all. You can see I've not done anything to this. It's just sat here all day with the towel covered over it. I'm going to slide some of this back. And see the liquid there at the bottom? All that juice? So that's natural from the cabbage. That's what the salt does. It pulls it out. So now I'm going to just give this a couple of pounds here to bust up those cranberries. That helps to release more bacteria, and it also starts the fermentation process quicker. I'm going to do this a little bit, and for a few minutes, probably not even a few minutes, a couple of passes actually. And then I'll come back and show y'all how to put it in the jars. Okay, so this has sat all day, and I had David come back behind me, and he pounded it a good bit, and there's a good bit of liquid. It's a lot heavier than when I started. So I'm going to show y'all now what we're going to do. This is my favorite funnel. Unfortunately, it fits on most mason jars where there's no spills. It doesn't on this one just right, but it'll do the trick. So now I'm just going to take and put the cabbage and the cranberries and salt in my jar. This is a Fido jar. It has a clasp lid, so you don't have to put an airlock on it. The clasp lid is the airlock. And so it's a set it and forget it type thing. They're really nice. And I found this big one at the $5 store for $5. Shannon found it for me, actually. Okay, now that I've got some in here, I do want to go ahead and smush some of this down a little bit. This is probably the most time-consuming part there is. But you can see, do you see the liquid already coming up past the cabbage when I press down? So that's going to be good and juicy. And I think that this jar will hold all of it. I ended up putting all 3 heads of cabbage, 2 heads of green cabbage and 1 head of purple cabbage in here. When it's finished, it's most likely going to be completely purple. It won't have the different colors in it anymore because the purple bleeds out. But it's still pretty. And it's going to be beautiful for Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner because I'm making enough to have. I got too much on that one. Do I need to pack it down some?
Yeah, probably so. You want me to do that
I
part?
can get it.
That's my job.
I know, but let me try. That's a workout too, y'all. By the time you get through pounding and then stuffing the jar. I really wish there was a funnel that fit large mouth jars like this because it would make it so much easier. I wouldn't have to hold it. I could just throw it in there.
I'm sure there is.
I need to look and see if there is. It would make my work so much easier. There's just a little bit more, so I'm going to go ahead and put all of it in here. When you make it in large amounts like this, when it's over, you'll find that you've got a lot of the juice left over. Do not throw that away. That is liquid gold. That's just gut shots of probiotics and vitamins out the wazoo. So hang on to it, stick it in a glass jar in the refrigerator, and it'll keep forever. And if you get a tummy virus, you know, or you're sick with a cold, go drink that juice and it'll help knock it out. Okay, let me smush this down some. And I think I'm gonna let David
Here, come get the camera.
take over, yeah, and do this part. Let me pour the rest of this in here real quick. Let's get So what he's doing, he's just mashing it all down. And the goal is to get everything beneath the brine. If there's anything above the brine, it's going to mold. It's not a question of if, it will. So that's the key to good sauerkraut, is making sure everything is beneath that brine. Good job, babe.
I've done it a couple times.
You think? Check out this cool shirt that I got him out of Arkansas, local 436. I'm doing some trades for shirts. Okay, you want to swap with me now? I'll take that. Thank you. So now I have some glass weights that I'm just going to set in on top of here. I'm not sure how many it's going to take. It smells amazing. It smells really good. I might have to put 3 or 4 in here. You can also use the core of the cabbage. You can use a Ziploc bag with water in it. But I found these weights at the $5 store, so I am going to take, well, no, I might fit one more weight over here, because that's a good bit that's floated up. Well, but it's not going to fit. So,
Put that one down first.
this one?
The big one.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Well, no, I don't see what you mean. Because there's one right there. It's not going to fit. There's not enough room for them all to go. So I'm going to push those down as much as I can. And then I'm just going to pull out what has floated to the top. And hopefully that's not going to be everything. It is. I'm going to have to... Oh, no, maybe it'll be okay. Might see that one right there. Whoops. I was going to eat that sucker. Got it. A little salty. It's good. It's got some dill in it. Okay. I'm going to push all of this down the side. Is that on the outside? Yeah. Because if there's anything above the brine, it's going to mold. Okay, I think that's good. You want to come in a little closer and show them from this way? There are a couple of floaters, and I'll check that in a couple of days to make sure, because overnight this stuff's going to get even more juice in it, because that's what it does. That's what the kraut does. So I'm going to put my lid on here real quick. We're back on. I find it's easier to take it off to dill. But I've seen these at Marshall's too. So that's it. That's all you have to do. I'm going to sit this in, I have a ferment tray over there on my bookshelf to catch any spills or anything, but I'm going to leave this day before Thanksgiving. I'll take the weights out, taste it, see if it's ready, and we'll have Christmas kraut.